Okay, this is part 1. What if Naruto had all the tailed beast? So Jiraiya comes to the village, I don't think he would, to protect Naruto, or Hiruzen calls him, and takes him till the Chunin exams. And so Sasuke and Sakura take Sai for temporarily, and so Team 7 does all the stuff, and for the Zabuza thing, they just don't take it anymore. It was mainly Naruto and Sasuke, and they just end the mission there and let Tajuna die. And basically, that's what happens. Sadly, I guess. Depressing. So then, Naruto learns, I'ma just say what he does. Naruto, learns Jiraiya's, taijutsu. He knows fireball jutsu, but instead it's blue fireball. And he can do acid. He can fly. He can do Shukaku's sand. He can do Son Goku's ability. I'm not sure about that. And he can do his lava, and he can do Yuki's tentacles and his ink. And Kurama's not being too nice. And so Naruto, he goes to all the villages learning jutsu. He goes to the Mizukage and learns lava style, and he can also he also goes to Yagura. I'ma just say they have all the KK Genkais. He can learn how to attach coral to somebody. And he goes to basically every village. And then when he meets the Raikage, he asks, can I take Naruto for 3 years, 4 years to upgrade his taijutsu, because he learns that he's Minato's son. So he wants to take him to basically train Minato's son, because Minato saved his life. So he fights. He can do lightning armor, and it's much faster. And so Naruto is has a mid tuning strength, high tuning, no low tuning strength, I'll say. And he is also interested in learning about books and stuff. And so he's basically good to go, I would say. And he goes, and when he sees Orochimaru, he does 100 shadow clones and hugs Sasuke and Sakura. And they're like, what are you doing, Naruto? And then he just gets his wings and takes off. Oh, and at the start, Naruto already have scrolls, but then when they're walking to the gate to this middle, Orochimaru catches them. And so they just take off to the thing, and Orochimaru can't catch them in the sky. They're high. So Orochimaru is mad that he doesn't get a curse mark, of course. But he says, oh, well, I'll get him later. And so Naruto basically saying, that was a close one, wasn't it, guys? And so they do that, and then he opens up his scrolls and stuff, and they pass. And so Naruto is basically the best in the exam. Maybe Gaara still has his mother's gifts, but it's nothing too big. Like, he still has his magnet release, he still has his gourd, but he doesn't overcome into that sand thing and does all the Sukaku states and stuff. And he has a happy childhood, but he still goes on all those missions because he still is strong. Don't get like Gaara with his magnet release was something to mess with. But he doesn't want to kill Rock Lee. Like in the beginning, he says, "Mother wants your blood," or anything. And so Naruto fights Kiba. Okay, let me tell you. Naruto, when Kiba does his fang over fang, we'll know what Naruto does. When Kiba comes at him, Naruto starts spreading core throughout his body. And so when Kiba comes at him, Naruto puts all that to his hand and touches Kiba with the coral, freezing Kiba and freezing Akamaru. And Kiba's like, "You hurt Akamaru!" And then Kiba just does fang over fang. It keeps on trying to push Naruto. And Naruto finally gets tired of it, so he does body flicker. Then out of the finger fang says, "Futon, blue fireball jutsu." And it just destroys Kiba. And so that's what happens with Kiba. Same things happen. Naruto wants revenge for Hinata, and Naruto. Oh, and Hinata loves him. When she sees him, she says, "Oh, I love him." And so, and people said that's the 9 Biju beast. And so then Sasuke, then he makes his no jutsu, and Sasuke says, "Naruto, how about you come celebrate with me?" And then Sakura says something, punching Naruto. Naruto grabs her by the throat, slams her into the desk, and then he gets assigned to Team 7. And Kakashi says, "Why are you beat up?" Sakura glares at Naruto, and Naruto says, I beat her up, I admit it." And then Kakashi's like, "This is an interesting group, interesting indeed." And so Sasuke and Naruto use teamwork. I'm going back in time for before they go into the tuning exams, of course. And so Kakashi gives them the recommendation. So that's what happens with that. And so then Naruto passes the final exams. And then when he meets up with Gaara, Naruto can, well, it's not really a Gaara anymore. It's really just a sand ninja. And Gaara helps out, and then Gaara attacks people. But then Naruto quickly says a coral, and then a bunch of coral appears on the ground, and then Naruto says sand binding jutsu, and then it binds Gaara, and then Naruto just freezes Gaara, and then Naruto chucks back and says, "Karma, can I get some of your chocolate?" Karma's like, fine. And chucks back with Kurama's chocolate in his hand, punches Gaara. Gaara's knocked out. Like, he got the wind taken out of him. So Gaara's out for the tuning exams right now. Same things happen. Hiruzen dies. And Jiraiya points Tsunade, and Naruto learns the Rasengan easily because he knows about chakra more. He has good chakra control and stuff. And so, when they meet up against Orochimaru, Naruto destroys Kabuto. And Orochimaru and Kabuto escape, of course. But, and when he meets Itachi and them, Naruto destroys them. I mean, he just, when they open up the door grabbing for Naruto sets Coral on them. He says, he basically keeps him when he tries to attack him. Naruto takes off, and then when he jumps out the window, he uses his wings to fly off. Just like that dang kid. And so, that's what happens, and then that happens. Oh, and Naruto wants to include and stuff too. And so, he meets Naruto. He can do the Rasengan. And then she says, what a kid. And so then, that's basically what happens with the Tsunade retrieval arc. And, Sasuke has a 3-to-1 Sharingan. Because of the Inuyasha cycle, he still has to be as good as, has to be in some range of Naruto for the cycle to be a cycle. And so so he has great bonds with everybody. And if Sasuke tried to leave, he would just stop him. So this is it. See ya, guys, for Shippuden.